I welcome you to this particular module wherein I am going to discuss very important and significant concept of organic chemistry, namely Kohn-Ingold-Prelog rules. In my previous module, I have discussed with you geometrical isomerism, nothing but cis-trans isomerism and syn-anti-isomerism. In that particular video, I mentioned that if two bulky groups are on the opposite sides of the double bond, then it is called as a trans isomer. What do you mean by bulky? Bulky is a relative term. If I ask you whether the chlorine atom is bulky or not, what is your answer? You cannot tell because you don't have a reference. For example, if you compare chlorine atom with fluorine atom, then chlorine is a bulky. Whereas if I compare the same chlorine atom with that of an iodine atom, then chlorine atom is not bulky. So bulky is a relative term. To avoid this ambiguity, Kohn, Ingold and Prelog have proposed very important rules in the year 1966, popularly known as CIP rules. According to these rules, any stereocenter is given priority numbers. Okay? Once this priority is fixed, the stereocenter configuration can also be fixed very easily. Although these rules were proposed in the year 1966, IUPAC has adopted them in the year 1974. From then on, these rules are highly helpful to fix the configuration at the stereocenters, either in the form of EZ or in the form of RS. Let's go to the details of these CIP rules now. Rule 1. This rule says that the atom that is directly connected to the stereocenter with highest atomic number should be given top priority. What does it mean? Let us consider an asymmetric carbon. What do you mean by asymmetric carbon? Asymmetric carbon is carbon to which 4 different groups are attached. Let us consider an asymmetric carbon with fluorine, hydrogen, bromine and chlorine atoms. Now, out of all these 4 atoms attached to the asymmetric carbon, bromine is having highest atomic number. Therefore, that should be given top priority. So, the atom with highest atomic number, which is directly connected to the stereocenter, should be given top priority. This is rule number 1. Rule 2. This rule says that if the atomic number of the connecting atoms is same, then the priority should be given to mass number. That is, if isotopes are connected to the stereocenter, then that isotope with highest mass number should be given top priority. For example, let us suppose a hydrogen atom and a deuterium atom are connected to the stereocenter. Then definitely deuterium atom should be given top priority compared to hydrogen atom. Rule 3. This rule says that if the priority is not decided at the first connected atom, then we need to go to the second connected atom and so on and so forth. So, for example, if I take an aldehyde group and a methyl group attached to the stereocenter, then the priority should be given to the aldehyde group. Why? Because both these groups are having the first connected atom as carbon. Therefore, the priority is not decided at the first connected atom. Hence, we are going to the next connected atoms. In aldehyde, the next connected atom is oxygen, whereas in methyl, the next connected atom is hydrogen. Definitely, oxygen has more atomic number than hydrogen. Hence, aldehyde group should be given more priority than methyl group. Rule number 4. This rule focuses on the presence of multiple bonds. For example, if there is a C double bond O, then it should be written as C single bond O and C single bond O. For example, in this case, a C triple bond C should be given more priority compared to a C double bond C, which should be given more priority compared to a C single bond C. And the concept of ghost atom also appears. I am going to discuss this particular rule with more examples when we discuss this point on the board. Rule number 5. This rule focuses on the additional stereocenters that are attached to a symmetric carbon. For example, if R and S centers are attached to a chiral carbon, then always R should be given top priority compared to S. Similarly, when E and Z configurations are attached to asymmetric carbon, it is the Z configuration that should be given more priority compared to E. Rule number 6. This rule reports about the presence of cyclic groups attached to the stereocenter. If a cyclic group is attached to stereocenter, then its digraph structure should be written opening it from left to right and right to left. That is, each cyclic group attached to stereocenter should be written in the form of two chains, as I have explained in this particular example. Then the priority numbers should be given. Generally, if homocyclic groups are attached, then the lower cyclic group will be getting lower priority compared to a higher cyclic group, which implies cyclopropyl group will be having lower priority compared to cyclobutyl group. Cyclobutyl group will be having lower priority compared to cyclopentyl group, and so on and so forth. However, the presence of a heteroatom in a cyclic ring may turn the tables against the proposition which I have stated. So always it is better to write down the digraph structure of a cyclic ring to decide the priority according to CIP rules. The numbers that I give to these CIP rules is quite arbitrary, therefore don't worry which is rule number 1 or which is rule number 2, etc. But you need to really focus on all these rules while giving priority numbers to the groups connected to stereocenters. What is a stereocenter? Stereocenter is a center at which a geometrical or optical isomerism is possible. Let's go to the board to discuss these CIP rules in detail. Somebody asked you to give the priority numbers to the particular chiral center or stereocenter. I told you stereocenter need not be a chiral center, it can be even a geometrically active center. Okay, first identify the atoms with which these groups are connected. Here oxygen atom is the connecting atom. Here carbon atom is the connecting atom, and in this case it is the nitrogen atom connecting atom, and in this case it is iodine atom. Let us consider the atomic numbers. Iodine atomic number is 53, carbon atomic number is 6, oxygen atomic number is just 8, and nitrogen atomic number is 7. So let us try to give priority numbers to these groups. Top priority goes to iodine, second priority is for hydroxy group, third priority is for imino group, and the cyclopropyl group which is connected with a carbon atom is getting the lowest priority, namely 4. In this particular chiral center, if I were to give priority numbers according to CIP rules, then I need to see the first connected atom. So what is the first connected atom which is directly attached to the stereocenter? So in this group it is oxygen, in this group it is nitrogen, in this group it is carbon. So let us write down the atomic numbers of each of these first connected atoms which are directly connected to the stereocenter. For carbon atomic number is 6, for nitrogen atomic number is 7, for oxygen atomic number is 8, and for hydrogen atomic number is 1. Therefore, out of all these groups, because the atomic number of oxygen is highest, it should be given top priority. So OH should be given top priority, priority number 1. Then the turn goes to NH2. Then the turn comes to CH3, and the lowest priority group here is hydrogen. That's it. When you consider this stereocenter, if you are looking at this particular double bonded carbon, there are two atoms attached here. One is hydrogen, the other one is deuterium. We know very well hydrogen and deuterium are isotopes. Hydrogen is nothing but protium, that is nothing but 1H1, but deuterium is 1H2. So whenever isotopes are present, the isotope with highest mass number should be given top priority. Therefore, deuterium should be given top priority, whereas hydrogen is given second priority. Whereas in this particular case, OH should be given top priority because oxygen has more atomic number compared to carbon, which is directly attached to the stereocenter, namely double bonded carbon in this case. Okay, this is how we should give priority numbers using CIP rules for this C double bond C stereo center, which can show geometrical isomerism. Somebody asked us to give the priority numbers to these two groups using CIP rules. Then, what is the first connected atom? Carbon. First connected atom in this group is also carbon. Then priority is not decided at the first connected atom. Then we need to consider the second connected atom. For this, let us write down these groups in a detailed manner. This is the carboxylic acid group and this is the aldehyde group. Right? Fine. So what are the connected atoms to the carbon? You see here, connected to a double bonded oxygen and also a double bonded oxygen here also. But now, what about the next connected atom? Here the second connected atoms are oxygen and oxygen, but here the second connected atom is oxygen and hydrogen. Therefore COH should be given more priority compared to aldehyde group, namely CHO. So this is 1 and this is 2. That's it. I already told you that rule 3 says if the priority is not decided at the first connected atom, then we need to consider the second connected atom. In this case, if you observe carefully, this group is connected to the stereo center by carbon. This is also by carbon, and interestingly this is also by carbon. So all these three groups are connected to the stereo center by carbon atoms only, whereas this is connected by oxygen. Therefore the topest priority should always go to OH because oxygen has highest atomic number 8 compared to carbon whose atomic number is just 6. But now coming to the prioritization of the remaining groups in this stereo center, then the priority cannot be decided at the first connected atom because all the first connected atoms are carbons. Then what should we do? We should go to the next connected atom. Here the next connected atom is oxygen, whereas the next connected atom in this group is bromine. We all know pretty well bromine has more atomic number 35 compared to oxygen whose atomic number is just 8. Therefore among these two groups this should be given more priority, that is priority number 2, and this should be given priority number 3, and this is having lowest priority because all the next connected atoms in this case are hydrogens, which is having very low atomic number, namely 1. So in this way we need to give priority numbers using CIP rules. Somebody asked us to decide the priority of these two groups using rule number 4. For that I am writing those groups separately with a single bond initially, replacing the multiple bonds, and then I will be doing a crisscross. Whenever I am doing a crisscross, what should I do? I should just crisscross the atoms present. That's it. Because there is a double bond, I am doing crisscross only once here. Because there is a triple bond, I am doing crisscross twice here. What are the atoms that I need to connect? Here carbon is there, therefore while crossing I should write a carbon here. Here carbon is there, while crossing I should write a carbon here. Same is the case here. Same is the case here. Now write down or reconstruct with the ghost atoms. These are called ghost atoms. Okay, with that particular ghost atoms reconstruct the total structures again. So what is that you are going to get? This is equivalent to single bond CH, single bond CH2 with one carbon, and this is also with another carbon. Now this is identically equal to single bond C, single bond CH with two carbons like this. Therefore now you can decide the priority very easily. So this is the first connected atom in both the cases. It is connected to 2 carbons here, whereas it is connected to 3 carbons, 1, 2, 3 here. Therefore ultimately first priority should be given to this and second priority should be given to this. So come back to our alkene taken. So this is the top priority group and this is the second priority group. That's it. Viewers, rule number 4 is rather important. We need to understand it properly, otherwise there are students who make more mistakes in this particular rule number 4. Here I was asked to give priority numbers among these two groups. What should I do? I have multiple bonds here. So whenever I have the concept of multiple bonds, I need to write a ghost atom by crisscrossing, as I told you already. Let us write down these groups separately here. This is the first group given, and the other group given is this one. Now, whenever there is a multiple bond, first you write the same structure with a single bond, that is CH3, single bond CH2, like that. Here also C connected to a C with the hydrogen. Okay, so what I have done is I have simply replaced the double bond and the triple bond here with single bonds, as you could see very clearly. Now what should I do? I should do a crisscross like this. If there is a triple bond, I should do crisscross 2 times. So as a result, what is that I am going to get? I will be getting 2 carbons to this and 2 carbons to this. Because when I am writing this carbon here and this carbon here, I am getting 2 carbons attached to these 2 carbons. Here also I am crisscrossing. That means I am writing this carbon here, I am writing this carbon here. Because there is a double bond, I am doing crisscrossing only once. So connect them with carbons like this. Now, if you were to given priority numbers to these 2 groups, now which should be given top priority? When I come to first connected atom, this is connected to carbon, carbon, carbon. This is also connected to carbon, carbon, carbon. Therefore, priority is not decided at the first connected atom. I am going to next connected atom. Next connected atom is this one. This one here. This is connected to carbon and carbon, but here this is connected to only carbon. Therefore, this should be given more priority than this. So therefore, among these 2 groups, the top priority should be given to this and the next priority should be given to this. Often people do the other way around. So somebody asked us to give priority numbers using CIP rules for this stereo center. Very, very important. So this stereo center is connected with 4 groups. This is one group. This is the other group. Amino group is the other one. And the last one is simply hydrogen atom. Okay. So first connected atom is what is needed for us. First connected atom here is nitrogen. First connected atom here is carbon. In this case also it is carbon. And the last group is connected with hydrogen. Fine. Okay. Therefore, the connecting atom with highest atomic number should be given top priority. So the topest priority should be given to NH2 group. Therefore, this is 1. Decided. What about the next priority? Either this one or this one. Both of them are connected with carbon and both of them are structurally same. Then what should I give? Always Z isomer should be given more priority than E isomer. This is the trans, nothing but E. This is cis, nothing but, because both the hydrogens are on the same side, it is cis, nothing but Z. So this should be given more priority according to CIP rules. The rules are quite clear, they are tangible to the core. Therefore, there is no abnormality at all while indicating the configuration using these CIP rules. So this is how the priority should be given, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. While giving top priority numbers for this particular stereo center given to us, first I am focusing on the first connected atoms. Here bromine, here it is hydrogen, here it is carbon, and the other side is also carbon. So atomic number of bromine is highest, therefore it is given top priority, 1 here. Then what about the next priority? In both the cases, carbon is the first connected atom and both the stereo centers are structurally identical. Then what should I do? I should see for R and S nomenclature. Here this is R and this is S. Therefore R should be given more priority according to CIP rules. Therefore, this should be given priority number 2 than this. And this is priority number 3. And the least priority is hydrogen, that is 4. This is how the priority number should be given to this particular stereo center using CIP rules. To give priority numbers using CIP rules for this cyclic structures, what should I do? I already told you, whenever cyclic rings are present, you need to draw the digraphs. What does it mean? Digraph means you simply rewrite the cyclic structure as 2 chains. How do you write it? You start with this particular carbon, move in the anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction initially until you reach the atom again. Write down one structure. Again, next time you move from the same carbon in the other direction to write down the other chain. So let us suppose first I am moving from this particular carbon this direction. So what are the things that I am going to get? So I started here. Okay, I got 1, 2, 3 and 4th carbon. 4th atom is again carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4th atom is carbon. Fine. Now I am starting again here, moving this way. 1, 2, 3, 4th atom is again carbon. I am starting here, moving 1, 2, 3, 4th atom is again carbon. So this is the digraph of this particular ring. What about this one? So if I start this way, I have first connected carbon, 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 again carbon. So carbon, 1, 2, 3. Third 3 atom is again carbon, like this. Similarly, I started the other direction, like this. 1, 2, 3. This is the digraph. Now from this particular digraph you can easily identify which is 1 and which is 2. Definitely this is 1 and this is 2. In another way I can tell you, whenever homocyclic rings are there, the cyclic ring which is having more number of atoms always gets more priority, and the cyclic ring which is having lower number of atoms is getting the next priority. But mind you, when there is heteroatom, this thing may not go true. Let us explore that with an example. I am giving you another example here just by replacing a carbon atom with oxygen like this. Then what should be the priority? Though it is containing 4 carbon atoms here, whereas this is containing only 3 atoms in the ring, this should be given more priority than the other one. Why? Write down the digraph, you'll understanding that. So this is the carbon which is connected to oxygen, carbon, carbon. So I started with this carbon connected directly to oxygen, then carbon, then carbon. So carbon, oxygen, carbon, carbon. I wrote like that. Now if you move in this direction, first connected to carbon, then to oxygen, then to carbon. First connected to carbon, then to oxygen, then to carbon. What about the digraph, this one? For this, it's only carbon atoms. How many carbon atoms? If I start from here, 1, 2, 3, 4 carbon atoms. So I am starting here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again I am starting here, this way I am moving. I am getting again 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. What is the top priority? So this is the connected atoms. Next connected atoms are carbon, carbon here. Here it is carbon and oxygen. So therefore this should be given more priority than this.